This episode of Total Drama Reviews contains clips from Total Drama World Tour. I do not own Total Drama World Tour. All rights go to FreshTV. Remember to be civil and do not be me in the comments. Seriously, it can get really messed up. Carpe diem, my name is Ultranatic, and this is Total Drama Reviews. This is where I, as a lover of animation, reality shows, and music, look over the show that combine them together the best. And before we begin, I need to clear up a few things. First, I know I promised my best to worst ranking of a 2022 Billboard Year and Hot 100 Plus would be my next video, but I instead decided to release another Total Drama review first because I haven't done so in a few months. I see no shame in my pop music videos being delayed a bit, and the freaking Total Drama Island reboot is airing as we speak in Italy. So I figured best to get these videos back in rotation. And speaking of that reboot, yes, I will be making videos talking about those episodes, but not in this format. Not yet, at least. I'd prefer to keep the continuity flowing, and for all I know, I'd be spoiling my thoughts on characters in the later generations. So no Total Drama reviews on the new season until I've at least finished up Redonkulous Race. But I will be making vlogs of them to at least serve as a time capsule for whenever I do get around to making those reviews. In half a century, probably. I wish I was faster at this. But I can work on that now by finally picking up where we left off and traveling about a hop, skip, and a jump away from where Total Drama is currently airing in today's episode, Sweet and Sour. A title I have mixed feelings about, but an episode that I kinda like overall. Yeah, now we travel to the middle of Scandinavia in an episode where the title is a pun based off a sauce found in Chinese restaurants. Seriously, that title is both ridiculously clever and geographically misplaced, but whatever. As now that all the drama of the love triangle has seemingly been extinguished with Gwen's unfair exit, what does this show now do for entertainment? Well, much of what it was doing before, and I mean that in a good way. Catty drama, wacky humor, Sierra understanding boundaries the way Peggy Hill understands Spanish. It's a formula they've made work. Except for that last part. But can they recapture the magic of past dynamics after such an atom bomb storyline took over? Or is the Swedish Chef going to be a better representation of this country than this show? Well, let's find out. Let's see if this episode is a super trooper or if it's saying us an SOS. Yes, I will address all of that. This is Sweet and Sour. We open in economy class where Sierra is happy that Gwen is gone because she feels it'll get her closer to Cody.
Gwen's gone! I vanquished my foe. Now that she's gone, Cody can find his true love. Mwah! He's already forgotten Gwen. I can feel it.
I'm sorry, Sierra is a super fan, right? Isn't she supposed to know how Cody operates? Because she's got a read on him the same way a metal detector has a read on a Tupperware convention.
You are the only pretty competitor here.
Ugly. I wish I was up there. The air back here is just so stale and annoying.
Yeah, no, N-O. The title of a 1960s James Bond film if you took away its medical license. Just the most Jupiter-sized level no possible, Courtney. You do not get to complain about the terrible conditions of economy class when you actively work to gain your team there multiple times now. I mean, there is an immense irony that despite Courtney's efforts, she wasn't the confirmed reason they lost the last challenge. I'm sure her not grabbing that one sheep helped, but it was more just Duncan grabbing the right sheep and sabotaging Cody than anything Courtney did. But since losing was what she was going for, she should accept the consequences of her team losing in turn. This is like someone going on the Super Size Me diet and then getting upset that they gained weight. The hell did you think was gonna happen?
Perhaps I can make your journey a little sweeter. Wait here.
On the plus side, Alejandro does more flirting with Courtney.
I bet you say that to every pretty competitor.
Whatever he said to her, she's probably right about that. And Heather shows her jealousy in, what can I say, a home run worthy scene in terms of comedy.
Oh no, did I just sit in some gum?
Nope.
I think I sat in gum. Oh no.
Nope, you're all good.
Someone look at my booty. Is it
Totally clean! Wow, obsessed much?
I mean, Sierra is not one to talk, but that's obviously part of the joke. Give this poor kid some space. I don't know, I I don't think the show knows anymore either.
My leg!
At this point, I trust Ernie from Sesame Street as a pilot more than Chef, and that's even considering this.
Come fly with me in an upside down world. There's so many strange things to see.
Anyway, Chris comes out, gives another terrible accent, not his forte if you didn't gather. Says the codes he reportedly ordered back in the Yukon haven't made it because of course they haven't. And Courtney now asks for an apology from Duncan. Seriously? Now of all times?
Okay, let's hear it.
Here.
Your apology?
For
what? For Gwen!
Why stop there? Why not just take what Harold did to you back in basic training and ask for an apology for that at this exact moment too? Do you have any sense of timing?
May I offer my Latin warmth? Let's make Duncan crazy.
Thanks, Alejandro.
Mind helping me stay warm?
I kinda do, yeah.
Okay, as funny as Heather's jealousy is, could this show stop teasing this as a showman? I'm not even against them being together, but it's obviously never happening. I'm sick of being trolled like this.
Before you is a mysterious pile of I Build It tools and pieces. Your first challenge is to use Allen keys, wooden sledgehammers, and your wits to turn your piles into whatever they're supposed to be when properly assembled. Sadly, the assembly instructions were accidentally shredded when they were put through a shredder.
Credit where it's due, McLean. That was actually pretty good.
First team to correctly assemble their what-ya-who's-it will earn a big advantage in part 2 of the challenge. So, go!
So Team Amazon try and fail to work together to build their contraption because Courtney made her challenge throwing attempt so obvious that Heather doesn't trust her.
We should lay out the pieces and try to figure out what we're building.
Is that how you plan on slowing us down this time?
Oh, stop! We don't even know what we're building yet!
I know that now that Gwen is gone, Courtney has no reason to want to lose, hence why she's trying to win again, but girl who cried wolf and whatnot.
What do you think, Cody? I'll cheer him up! That's what a good wife does! We've been married 14 times in my head, and twice in my online blog, I Dream of Cody. So it'll happen for real eventually.
With that said, Team Chris are no cohesive unit either, as Duncan gets into Owen's ear that Alejandro can't be trusted based on Noah's final words.
What? When did he die?
No. He's fine. I meant his parting words.
Nice save. Though given what happened to Noah, those should have been his final words, but I digress.
My point is, if Noah thought Alejandro was the enemy, you and I better stick together and do the same. It's what Noah would have wanted.
So they agree to work together to get Alejandro out, all while Alejandro in the meanwhile is trying to get back into Owen's good graces.
Oh, I wish I had some barbecue sauce, because this looks like a whale rib. Owen, you incredibly stupid genius.
A compliment and an insult at the same time. Impressive.
And this all equates to two major pluses in the episode's favor. One, the comedy being back to the proper setting as it should be, and two, the interactions from both teams being captivating in completely different ways, with strong but combative strategy from Team Chris and a ton of conflict from Team Amazon. Mostly between Heather and Courtney again, which is always a treat, but even Cody gets in the mix as he appears to build what the pieces require, only to anger his team by building...
Ta-da!
Gwen.
Okay, Sierra, I can understand not catching that, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and all, but how did neither Heather nor Courtney notice what that looked like long before it was finished? That is such a lifelike replica of Gwen's head that I'm surprised he never tried bonding with Gwen over art skill. Seriously, the two of them have like the most photorealistic executions of crafting the other characters. And I'd argue Cody's was even better because he made a bigger 3D model while Gwen's were just drawings. Great drawings, of course, I don't want to knock Gwen or anything, but kudos to Cody for his accomplishments here, too.
That's what you made us build?
My leg!
Get down here and die like a man!
My leg!
Yeah, those tools are big enough to where hitting someone with them anywhere should have had the same impact as any of the blunt weapons in Clue.
There's a whole group of people here having some sort of party, and one of them is my old boss from...
I will use any excuse to reference that movie, no matter how forced. Oh, and speaking of forced...
Time for a song.
As you sing, do not mention we're building a boat.
We're building a boat?
Yeah, this kind of thing just always happens to Owen, doesn't it?
I wonder where Duncan is hiding.
How should I know? It's not like the guys are forming a guys-only alliance or anything. In the 3rd grade, I cheated on my math exam. In 4th grade, I stole my Uncle Max's toupee and glued it to a ghost bomb at the petting zoo. In 5th grade, I knocked my little brother down a flight of stairs and blamed it on my other little brother.
I think Mara Cabrera is better at keeping secrets than Owen. God, I love my whodunit movies.
They're way ahead, so we've got to go.
Ah yes, now we get this episode's song number, We Built Gwen's Face. Little on the nose with that title there, but sure, we'll work with that. As we get a song which has a very familiar looking style to it, though I can't quite place where I've seen this before.
Doesn't have to be a boat, as long as it stays afloat. Oh, why did we build Gwen's Face?
Okay, pointing out the obvious, this is homaging the costumes from the Mamma Mia jukebox musical covering the music of ABBA. The go-go boots, the skin-tight spandex, the Teletubbies color palette, it's all there. And I might have spoken ill of one of this band's songs in a previous video, which I really shouldn't have. Not that I think this song is good, it's definitely among their weakest hits in my opinion, but there were far worse songs in 1974, and I should have prioritized putting those on my worst of list instead of this one. And I fear having Waterloo on that list might have given people the impression I think unfavorably of ABBA, which is not true. I actually really like ABBA.
You better like ABBA.
I promise, Mike, I do. Their music is so bright and happy and well crafted that even if I consider Waterloo a bad start, I'm just happy it gave their careers any start since they made so many essential classics in the Nixon-Ford administrations. Now with all of that addressed, what does this song even have to do with that group?
We've got to build something to sail, something we can row.
It's ironic. I've complained about other songs this season being rip-offs of songs by great bands from the country of origin, when send-ups were probably more what they were going for. But I hear this song outside the visuals being compared to ABBA's music, and I seriously don't hear it. Actually listen to this instrumental and tell me what it sounds like. You see, ABBA were definitively 70s pop group, and this music feels safely rooted in the 1980s. I hear this and I imagine DeBarge singing to the beat of the rhythm of the night, dance until the morning light. So I have no idea why this gets associated with ABBA at all. And true members of ABBA had work in the 80s, but given the fashion on display, I'm pretty sure they're aiming for the bell-bottom era, and this music ain't it. But with all of that said, I do like this beat a lot.
We really did this fast. Soon we'll be back in first class because they built Gwen's Face.
It's light, it's glittery, it's easy to dance to. It's just closer to an 80s execution than a 70s execution is all I'm saying. But I still give it marks for being catchy, and that otherwise puts the song in my good graces still. Which is good, since I don't think the song itself is all that great.
It's almost ready to set sail. Just hammering in the final nail.
I mean, I do like it, it's a grower for sure. I'm just not sure that works from beginning to end. But the beginning is promising, where Team Amazon sing about the blunder they made and Team Chris sing about how they're further ahead, which is kind of the easy thing to sing about, like the subject is right in front of their noses, but hey, they're teens. I feel the joke when this season started was that these characters wouldn't be skilled at these kinds of numbers, and too many songs this season have exploited how amateurish they were at this. But this feels like the proper level and with a decent melody to work with too. However, it stumbles at the end for me when they more or less just keep repeating the chorus and singing various vowels to fill up space. A pretty clear indicator they ran out of ideas.
We built Gwen's Face.
We're gonna take first place
Because we built Gwen's Face.
but still, for what little they were going on, I think I can stomach this fine. It might not be a dancing queen, but it's far from a Waterloo either. Yes, end of critique.
We built Wednesday.
So Team Chris wins for building a boat about the same quality as a Screaming Gopher's hot tub in season 1. I do mean that as a compliment. How MacGyver were these teams? And Chris gives them their advantage courtesy of Charlie Brown.
A bunch of rocks?
It's like Christmas all over again.
You know, now that Owen mentions that, for such a heroic personality, Owen is low-key villainous in some areas of this show.
When Chris first offered me money to sabotage the other cast members, I didn't handle it very well. Now I kinda dig it. When my mom sent me to summer camp for fat kids and they served us lunch, I pigged out. And the rest of the kids had nothing to eat for an entire week.
Now, drag your ship to open water and sail north until you find Chef to receive your next instructions.
I'll pull from the bow.
With your shirt off?
Questions are for later. Actions are for now.
That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. Get her done.
But the comedy doesn't stop there, as the Amazons put their heads together to figure out how to catch up with the non-moving Team Chris. That sentence is already funny on its own, but listen to their back and forth.
Hey, focus! Thank you. If Gwen's head is hollow,
Don't get me started.
we can just lob off the top of her head and ride in her like a boat.
Done. Off with her head.
First, in terms of reality TV hacks, this is actually a pretty good one, not gonna lie. And second, if I had to compare Corny to a Disney villain, the Queen of Hearts would be it.
Enough! Off with their heads!
I mean, a whiny, bratty person who hates not getting their way, screams a lot, and makes decisions with no logic to them at all? Yeah, that's Corny in a nutshell. Heck, even their fart jokes are good.
One time, I tried to hold in a fart all day at school, and when it came out, it ripped my pants off.
And yes, I can like a fart joke when effort is put into it, and this is some good stuff.
The ice is cracking! Get in the boat!
So as the boat sails into the water, with the wind catching their fall after the fact, not sure how that works, the Amazons narrowly make it too, with Sierra giving her best Pennywise impression.
She floats! Phew!
Fitting, as she's like thrice as scary as either of the Pennywises.
Let me cheer you up by taking you to a happy place. It's a beautiful mountainside filled with Codys. Some are giant, others are small, enough to tuck in your pocket, and some are chocolate-covered marshmallow Codys.
So Team Chris make it to Chef first, suck up to Owen by picking him as the captain, and we then get the second great cultural joke not related to this country.
A Viking hat and a cannon?
So the little rocks
Are actually flints. Bingo, dingoes! Nuts. I should have said that last week in Australia.
Okay, I've made my decision. I like both the episode title and that rhyme, even if they both would have been better suited for a different nation entirely.
And to fire out of the cannon, Chef's famous Swedish meatballs. To win the challenge and travel first class, sail north to capture the red flag way over yonder. Or use your meatballs to sink the enemy ship.
I like that this challenge has two possible ways to win. It gives another layer of tactical maneuvering that amps up the suspense. As much as a comedy, anime, fake reality show can muster, but they can do it.
As captain, I get to make the ship rules. From here on, we all talk like Vikings. Arr, mateys, it'll be thunder and loads of fun.
As you wish, Captain. As you wish.
I mean, our...
This is so beautifully childish. Team Amazon sell on Cody as their captain.
No way is she captain.
And even though the win for them seems unlikely, it suddenly becomes possible when Owen makes the really dumb move of sailing away from the flag to take down the girl ship instead.
Arr, why are ye pointing us away from the battle?
But capture thy flag and we win, Captain.
Turn mine ship around and prepare for battle.
I'm not even angry at how stupid that is. That is totally in character. And it's funny seeing Alejandro and Duncan begrudgingly go along with it just to cater to his whims.
May I remind thee that disobeying orders is mutiny?
Mutiny? I must play along, at least until I regain Owen's loyalty.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Prepare yourselves for war!
And to this all-male team's credit, I've seen all-male teams in Survivor make far stupider moves than this.
Men, no tribal council tonight. Enjoy the night off. Grab your stuff, head back to camp. 24 seasons. Never had a tribe arrive at tribal council after winning community.
Survivor One World was really something else, wasn't it?
You mean it was good? No, it was something else.
So the teens begin firing their meatballs. And Cody proves his fire-making abilities by using sticks to light the cannon. Cody and Lindsay being the best people at starting fires without lighters. Who'd have thunk? Oh yeah, there was that too. You know what? This makes more sense now that I think about it.
Prepare for impact! Are you okay?
Thank you.
Why couldn't this be a side of Sierra we got more of? Honestly, I made as many compliments early on about Sierra as I did because I knew as creepy as she was, she did plenty of heroic things all season 2. Enough to justify her making the heroes team during her second outing? Hell no, but it was something. So if they toned down her stalker perv vibe and replaced it with just being kinda cleany and a little creepy in how much she knew Cody, it'd work a lot better. But because Sierra doesn't have a setting lower than maximum restraining order, it skews the balance. However, do I appreciate this sacrifice she made? Yes. Yes, I do. And is said sacrifice a casualty count? Yeah.
My leg!
Look, if anything, and I mean anything fired out of an actual cannon hits you, it's a hospital visit. Heck, given it hit her in the stomach, she could potentially not have children after that. Okay, let's not be that mean.
How is that thing still afloat?
Yarr! I'll knock her down!
What are the odds?
This is like the best material to come out of Mad. So stupid, so juvenile, that you know somebody really smart worked really hard to craft it as such. Despite this setback, Owen offers himself as a cannonball to take down the Amazon ship, leading to...
Owen?
What is life? Is it nothing more than the endless search for a cutie mark? And what is a cutie mark but a constant reminder that we're all only one bugbear attack away from oblivion?
The captain always goes down with the ship. Normally means his own ship, but whatevs. Team Me wins! Amazons, see you at elimination.
So Team Amazon agreed to oust Courtney.
Cody and I are voting for Courtney. We trust you'll do the same.
I would love to see how Cody got convinced by Sierra to not vote her out again. No, she debatably saved his life in the Amazon too, and he still voted her out then. But Chris announces that's a non-elimination because why not?
As we speak, Team Perfect Me is getting their reward. Swedish massages performed by a genuine registered massage therapist.
And since he mentioned that, that's the exclusive clip this episode gave us, and it looks...
Eres un hombre. You're the devil himself.
horribly painful, but I doubt would do actual physical damage.
What other kinds of therapists will our competitors need before the season's over? Find out next time on Total Drama World Tour!
And that was Sweet and Sour. I find it about as good as most Swedish music producers, so heck yeah, I liked it. I guess it has a rough start at the beginning with Courtney being Courtney and Sierra being Sierra, but that's only the first third, and I can't say either of them were out of character bad enough to tarnish the other 2/3, which gave me a really good time. I love the challenge, I love the strategy, I love the humor, and I liked the song, which wasn't a masterpiece, but it had its charms for sure. And honestly, as much as there was to talk about with the Gwuncan controversy, I'm kinda glad to be out of that that stage. Not because I hated it, but it made things more inconsistently good. This felt more like a return to form in every respect. So yeah, a solid thumbs up. It's an episode worth taking a chance on and proved to be the winner that took it all. Man, Appa's music is great. And now it's time for the 2022 ranking, a project so massive that I'm splitting it into 2 parts. Yeah, I'm going over more songs than I ever have before, so I figured it best to give an intermission between those videos since they're both going to be super long. And in between those videos, you'll still get another Total Drama review where we are going to see...
Where's my tofu angel at?
Here's a hint. They eat a lot of red meat there.